Life is a journey filled with both joy and pain, triumphs and challenges. While we can't always control the situations we face, we can control how we respond to them. Acting as if nothing hurts you doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or suppressing your emotions. It means rising above pain, finding your inner strength, and radiating calm and confidence no matter what life throws your way. Today, let's explore how you can embody this resilience and power, transforming adversity into an opportunity for growth. Pain, no matter how intense or overwhelming, is not permanent. It is a temporary experience, a fleeting moment in the vast landscape of your life. Understanding this truth allows you to approach life's difficulties with a sense of calm and resilience. Often, when we are in the midst of pain, whether emotional or physical, it feels eternal. It consumes us, making it seem like there is no escape. But just as night turns into day, pain too has its cycle. It comes, it stays for a while, and then it goes. The key is to remember this when you feel trapped by it. The nature of pain is to teach and transform. It is not meant to linger forever, though it might feel that way when you are in its grip. One of the reasons pain feels so enduring is our tendency to resist it. We fight against it, deny it, or try to numb it. This resistance often prolongs its presence. By allowing yourself to accept pain as part of life's ebb and flow, you create space for it to pass through you rather than take root in you. Think about moments in your life when you have felt deep pain. At that time, it may have seemed insurmountable. You might have wondered how you would ever move forward. Yet, here you are today. You survived, and not only that, but you likely gained some wisdom or strength from that experience. This is the cyclical nature of pain. It arrives, it challenges us, and then it leaves, often leaving behind a gift of growth. One way to remind yourself of the temporary nature of pain is to look at the natural world. Seasons change, storms pass, and even the most powerful hurricanes dissipate into calm skies. Similarly, pain is like a storm within us. It can rage fiercely, but it will eventually lose its intensity and subside. No storm lasts forever, and neither does pain. When you embrace this perspective, you can endure even the most challenging times with a sense of hope. Mark, time is one of the greatest healers, but it works in subtle ways. When you are hurting, every second can feel like an eternity. However, as days and weeks pass, the intensity of pain begins to fade. It doesn't mean you forget what caused it or that the experience disappears completely, but the sharp edges of your emotions begin to soften. Memories that once brought tears might one day bring a quiet understanding or even gratitude for the lessons learned. Trusting in the process of time is an essential part of overcoming pain. It's important to differentiate between feeling pain and becoming pain. When you experience something hurtful, it's natural to feel sadness, anger, or grief. These emotions are valid and necessary for healing. But becoming pain means identifying so strongly with it that it defines who you are. When you believe pain is your permanent state, you close the door to healing. Instead, remind yourself, this is something I'm going through, not something I am. By maintaining this separation, you create room for the pain to leave. The human spirit is incredibly resilient. People have endured unimaginable hardships and still found ways to heal and rebuild their lives. This resilience is within you, too. No matter how deep the hurt, you have the capacity to rise above it. Acknowledge your feelings, but don't let them overwhelm you. Allow yourself to feel the pain without judgment, knowing it's a temporary visitor, not a permanent resident in your heart. In moments of deep pain, practicing mindfulness can be incredibly helpful. Mindfulness teaches you to focus on the present moment, rather than being consumed by past hurts or fears of the future. When you stay present, you realize that in this very moment, you are safe, you are breathing, you are alive. Pain might be present, but it doesn't define your entire existence. Anchoring yourself in the present helps you navigate the waves of pain without being swept away by them. Support from others can also help remind you of the temporary nature of pain. Sharing your feelings with someone who listens with compassion can lighten your emotional burden. Hearing stories from those who have endured similar struggles and come out stronger can inspire hope. You're not alone in your pain. Countless others have walked this path and found healing. Finally, it's essential to trust in your own ability to heal. Your body and mind are designed to recover. Just as physical wounds close over time, emotional wounds do too. Healing might not happen overnight, and the process might not always be linear, but it is always unfolding. Trust in this process and be gentle with yourself along the way. Pain is a part of life, but it is not life itself. It's a moment, a chapter, not the entire story. When you understand that pain is temporary, you give yourself the power to endure it with grace. You allow yourself to feel it, learn from it, and eventually release it. By holding on to this truth, you can face any challenge, knowing that brighter days are ahead. Pain will pass, and you will remain stronger and wiser for having experienced it. The way you speak to yourself shapes your entire reality. Your inner dialogue, the constant stream of thoughts and beliefs running through your mind, acts as a silent architect of your emotions, decisions, and actions. If this dialogue is filled with negativity, doubt, or criticism, it can erode your confidence and well-being. But when it is uplifting, supportive, and empowering, it can transform your life. Strengthening your inner dialogue is one of the most powerful tools you have for creating a fulfilling and balanced existence. Often we are unaware of how unkind or limiting our self-talk can be. Without realizing it, we might internalize harsh judgments or replay past mistakes, allowing those thoughts to shape how we feel about ourselves. For example, you may catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," "I always fail," or "things will never get better." These thoughts might feel automatic or even truthful in the moment, but they are simply interpretations, not facts. When you start to recognize and challenge these patterns, you can shift your inner dialogue toward one that supports your growth and happiness. Strengthening your inner dialogue begins with awareness. Pay attention to the words you say to yourself throughout the day. Are they kind, encouraging, and understanding, or are they harsh, critical, and self-defeating? Awareness is the first step to transformation because you cannot change what you do not acknowledge. When you become mindful of your inner chatter, you gain the power to rewrite it, not negate. Once you've identified negative thoughts, challenge their validity. Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do I have for this belief? And would I say this to someone I care about? Often you'll find that the negative thoughts are rooted in fear, past experiences, or societal conditioning, rather than actual truth. By questioning them, you weaken their hold over you and create space for more constructive thoughts to take root. A crucial part of strengthening your inner dialogue is replacing negativity with positive affirmations. Affirmations are powerful statements that affirm the qualities, abilities, and outcomes you desire in your life. For instance, instead of saying, "I can't do this," try affirming, "I am capable and resourceful. I will find a way." Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I am worthy exactly as I am." These simple yet profound shifts in language send a new message to your subconscious mind, gradually rewiring your beliefs. Repetition is key to the effectiveness of affirmations. The more you repeat them, the more they become ingrained in your thought patterns. Start and end your day with affirmations that uplift you. Write them down, speak them aloud, or even record yourself saying them, and listen to them throughout the day. This consistent practice strengthens your inner dialogue and creates a foundation of self-belief. Visualization is another powerful tool to reinforce positive self-talk. When you visualize yourself succeeding, healing, or thriving, you send a message to your subconscious mind that these outcomes are possible. Combine this visualization with affirmations to create a vivid mental image of the person you want to become. For example, if you're working on building confidence, picture yourself walking into a room with your head held high, radiating self-assurance, and tell yourself, "I am confident. I am unstoppable." It's also important to practice self-compassion in your inner dialogue. Everyone makes mistakes, faces setbacks, or has moments of doubt. Instead of berating yourself during difficult times, speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend. Offer words of encouragement and understanding, such as, "It's okay to feel this way. You're doing the best you can." Or, "This moment will pass." Self-compassion helps you navigate challenges with grace and resilience, fostering a sense of inner peace. Surrounding yourself with positivity can further support your efforts to strengthen your inner dialogue. The people, environments, and media you engage with all influence your thoughts. Seek out relationships and content that inspire, uplift, and encourage you. Limit exposure to negativity or criticism that can seep into your inner world. The more positivity you allow into your life, the easier it becomes to maintain a supportive inner dialogue. Remember, strengthening your inner dialogue is not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on solutions, possibilities, and the strengths you already possess. It's about guiding your mind toward thoughts that empower you rather than diminish you. Over time, this shift in perspective becomes a habit, leading to a profound transformation in how you see yourself and the world around you. The journey to a stronger inner dialogue is not an overnight process. It requires patience, consistency, and self-awareness. There will be moments when old patterns resurface, and that's okay. Use those moments as opportunities to practice kindness toward yourself and to reaffirm your commitment to growth. Each time you choose a positive, empowering thought over a limiting one, you take a step closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Ultimately, your inner dialogue is the voice of your inner world. By strengthening it, you create a foundation of self-love, resilience, and empowerment. You become your own greatest ally, capable of facing life's challenges with courage and grace. The transformation begins within you, and it starts with a single positive thought. Life often presents us with situations that are unpredictable and beyond our control. These moments can leave us feeling helpless, frustrated, or even paralyzed by worry. However, the key to finding peace and regaining your power lies in shifting your focus to what you can control. This simple yet profound change in perspective allows you to take charge of your life reduce unnecessary stress, and cultivate a sense of inner strength and stability. When you focus on what is beyond your control, such as other people's opinions, decisions, or actions, you hand over your power. You invest your energy into circumstances that you cannot influence, leaving you drained and frustrated. This misplaced focus can lead to feelings of victimhood and perpetuate a cycle of negativity. However, when you turn your attention inward to the aspects of life you can influence, your thoughts, choices, actions, and reactions, you reclaim your sense of agency and empowerment. The first step in this shift is recognizing the distinction between what you can and cannot control. Take a moment to evaluate the challenges or worries that occupy your mind. Ask yourself, is this something within my power to change or influence? If the answer is no, acknowledge that it is outside your realm of control and let it go. Holding on to things you cannot change only adds unnecessary weight to your emotional load. On the other hand, if the answer is yes, direct your energy toward finding constructive solutions. One of the most significant things you can control is your mindset. How you perceive a situation shapes your experience of it. For example, if you face a setback, you can choose to see it as a failure or as an opportunity to learn and grow. Shifting your mindset doesn't mean denying the difficulty of a situation. It means choosing to see it through a lens of possibility and resilience. You have the power to frame your experiences in a way that serves you rather than limits you. Another area you can control is your actions. While you may not be able to change what has happened or how others behave, you can always choose how you respond. For instance, if someone treats you unfairly, you can't control their actions, but you can decide whether to engage with them, set boundaries, or walk away. By focusing on your response, you maintain every action you take in response to a situation is an opportunity to align with your values and goals. Your habits and daily routines are also within your control. In times of uncertainty, creating a structured routine can provide a sense of stability and purpose. Even small actions such as maintaining a morning ritual, eating nourishing foods, or dedicating time to self-care can have a significant impact on your well-being. These habits reinforce the belief that you are in charge of your life, even when external circumstances feel chaotic. Emotional regulation is another critical area where you hold power. While you can't always control your initial feelings, you can choose how you process and express them. For example, when faced with anger or frustration, you can take a deep breath, step back, and assess the situation before reacting. Practicing mindfulness or meditation can help you develop greater emotional awareness and create space between a stimulus and your response. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to remain calm and centered in challenging situations. Focusing on what you can control also involves setting boundaries. Many people feel overwhelmed because they take on responsibilities or emotional burdens that aren't theirs to carry. By clearly defining what you are and are not willing to tolerate or take on, you protect your energy and maintain your focus on what truly matters to you. Setting boundaries is not about shutting others out. It's about creating a healthy balance that allows you to show up as your best self. It's equally important to let go of the need for perfection or certainty. Life is inherently unpredictable, and trying to control every outcome is not only impossible, but also exhausting. Instead, embrace flexibility and adaptability. Trust that even when things don't go according to plan, you have the resources within you to navigate whatever comes your way. This trust in yourself is a powerful anchor in an ever-changing world. A valuable practice in this journey is gratitude. When you focus on what you can control, you naturally shift your attention to the present moment and the blessings it holds. Gratitude helps you see the positive aspects of your life, no matter how small, and reinforces the mindset of abundance rather than lack. By appreciating what you do have and what is within your power, you cultivate a sense of contentment and peace. Ultimately, shifting your focus to what you can control is about reclaiming your power and choosing to live intentionally. It's about recognizing that while you may not have control over everything that happens, you always have control over how you respond, grow, and move forward. This shift allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, transforming obstacles into opportunities and uncertainty into empowerment. By focusing on what you can control, you become the author of your own story, capable of creating a life filled with purpose, peace, and fulfillment. Confidence is not just a state of mind, it is a way of being. It is reflected in how you carry yourself, how you interact with others, and how you respond to the world around you. True confidence comes from within, but it is expressed through your actions. By embodying confidence through the way you move, speak, and act, you can not only transform how others perceive you, but also reinforce your own belief in your worth and capabilities. Confidence is a skill, and like any skill, it can be cultivated and strengthened with practice and intention. One of the most visible ways to embody confidence is through your posture. How you hold yourself speaks volumes about your self-assurance. Stand tall with your shoulders back, your chest open, and your head held high. Avoid slouching or making yourself appear smaller, as this can signal insecurity or self-doubt. A strong, upright posture conveys that you are comfortable in your own skin and ready to face the world. It not only influences how others perceive you, but also affects how you feel about yourself. Studies have shown that adopting confident body language can actually boost your internal sense of confidence. Your movements also play a significant role in expressing confidence. Move with purpose and intention, whether you are walking, gesturing, or simply sitting. Avoid fidgeting, as it can make you appear nervous or unsure. Instead, aim for calm, deliberate actions that convey control and poise. When you walk into a room, do so with steady, purposeful steps, as if you belong there. These subtle shifts in your physical presence can create a powerful impression and send a message of self-assurance to both yourself and others. Eye contact is another essential aspect of embodying confidence. When you look people in the eye, you show that you are engaged, present, and unafraid to connect. Avoid looking down or darting your eyes around, as this can suggest uncertainty or discomfort. Instead, maintain steady, natural eye contact during conversations. This small but significant action conveys that you value yourself and the interaction. It also helps build trust and rapport, making others more likely to respond positively to you. The way you speak also reflects your confidence. A confident person speaks clearly and with conviction, without rushing or mumbling. Pay attention to your tone of voice, volume, and pacing. Speak at a steady pace and with enough volume to be heard, but without shouting or dominating the conversation. Use positive and assertive language, avoiding excessive apologies or self-deprecating remarks. When you express yourself with clarity and conviction, you reinforce your belief in your own ideas and abilities. Listening is another underrated but powerful way to embody confidence. A truly confident person doesn't feel the need to dominate every conversation or prove themselves constantly. Instead, they are comfortable giving others the space to speak and listening with genuine interest. Active listening demonstrates self-assuredness because it shows that you are secure enough in yourself to focus on others without feeling threatened or defensive. This balance of speaking and listening creates deeper connections and fosters mutual respect. Taking action, even in the face of uncertainty, is one of the most profound ways to embody confidence. Confidence doesn't mean never feeling fear or doubt. It means choosing to move forward despite those feelings. When you take action, you show yourself and others that you believe in your ability to handle challenges. Start with small, manageable steps if necessary, and celebrate each accomplishment along the way. Every action you take builds momentum, reinforcing your sense of competence and resilience. How you treat yourself also plays a critical role in embodying confidence. Self-care and self-respect are visible through your actions and choices. When you prioritize your well-being, set boundaries, and make decisions that align with your values, you send a powerful message to yourself and others that you value who you are. This self-respect is contagious. It inspires others to treat you with the same level of respect and admiration. Confidence is also about owning your individuality. Embrace your unique qualities, talents, and quirks. Instead of trying to conform to others' expectations or compare yourself to others, focus on what makes you special. When you embrace your authenticity, you naturally radiate confidence because you are no longer seeking external validation. You are living in alignment with your true self, and that is incredibly empowering. Mistakes and setbacks are inevitable, but how you handle them can demonstrate true confidence. Instead of dwelling on failures or letting them define you, approach them as opportunities to learn and grow. A confident person doesn't shy away from challenges. They face them head-on with resilience and optimism. By viewing setbacks as temporary and fixable, you show that your confidence is rooted in your ability to adapt and persevere. Ultimately, embodying confidence through your actions is about aligning how you carry yourself with your inner belief in your worth and abilities. It's about showing up for yourself, even when it feels uncomfortable or unfamiliar. Over time, these intentional actions become habits, and those habits shape your identity. As you practice embodying confidence, you'll find that it becomes second nature, a natural extension of who you are. Confidence isn't something you have to wait for. It's something you can choose to express every day, one action at a time. Releasing the need for external validation is one of the most liberating steps you can take towards self-empowerment and inner peace. So many of us unknowingly tie our sense of worth to the opinions, approval, or recognition of others. We seek validation in compliments, social media likes, or someone else's acknowledgement of our. While it's natural to enjoy positive feedback, relying on it for your sense of self-worth can create a cycle of dependency that leaves you feeling unfulfilled and constantly chasing external approval. True freedom comes when you realize that the only validation you truly need is your own. When you release the need for others to approve of your choices, appearance, or accomplishments, you reclaim the power to define yourself on your own terms. This process begins with understanding where the need for external validation stems from. Often it originates from a desire to feel valued, loved, or accepted. Basic human needs. However, when these needs are excessively tied to outside sources, it creates an imbalance. The opinions of others start to dictate how you feel about yourself, leaving you vulnerable to criticism and dependent on praise. One of the most important steps in letting go of this need is cultivating self-awareness. Start by noticing when and why you seek validation. Are you hesitant to make a decision without someone else's approval? Do you find yourself overly concerned about how others perceive you? These patterns of thought and behavior are opportunities to reflect on what you truly want and need. Ask yourself, am I doing this because it aligns with my values and desires, or am I doing it to gain someone else's approval? When you shift the focus inward, you begin to prioritize your own voice over external opinions. Building self-confidence is also essential in this journey. Confidence doesn't come from others telling you that you're good enough. It comes from within, through recognizing your strengths and embracing your imperfections. Start by celebrating your own achievements, no matter how small. Acknowledge your efforts and remind yourself of your capabilities. When you trust in your own judgment and value, the opinions of others become less influential. Confidence grows when you stop seeking permission to be yourself and start giving yourself that permission instead. Practicing self-compassion is another powerful tool for releasing the need for external validation. Many people seek approval from others as a way to compensate for their own self-criticism. If you're constantly judging yourself harshly, you're more likely to rely on others to fill the void. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding, you create a foundation of self-acceptance that doesn't depend on anyone else. When you make a mistake, instead of seeking reassurance from others, remind yourself that imperfection is part of being human. This shift allows you to find comfort and validation within yourself. Another key aspect of letting go of external validation is recognizing that other people's opinions are often reflections of their own experiences, beliefs, and insecurities, not necessarily a reflection of your true worth. When someone criticizes you, it's important to consider the source and the context. Not all feedback is constructive, and not everyone's opinion is worth internalizing. Instead of absorbing every judgment, learn to filter out what doesn't serve you. Trust your intuition to discern whether feedback aligns with your values and goals. Practicing mindfulness can help you stay grounded in your own sense of self. Mindfulness encourages you to live in the present moment, free from the weight of others' opinions or expectations. When you focus on the here and now, you're less likely to get caught up in seeking validation or replaying past criticisms. Mindfulness also helps you observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment, allowing you to understand your motivations and make intentional choices based on your inner truth. Setting boundaries is another essential step in releasing the need for validation. It's okay to care about others' opinions to some extent, but there's a difference between valuing input and being controlled by it. Learn to say no to people-pleasing behaviors that compromise your authenticity. When you set boundaries, you prioritize your well-being and reinforce the message that your value isn't determined by others' approval. Learning to validate yourself is a practice that takes time and patience. It involves affirming your own worth, trusting your instincts, and aligning your actions with your values. Create daily rituals that reinforce self-congratulation, such as journaling about your accomplishments, reciting affirmations, or spending time doing activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. These practices help you build a strong connection with yourself, reducing the need for external approval. Ultimately, releasing the need for external validation is about embracing your inherent worth. You are enough, just as you are, regardless of what anyone else thinks or says. When you free yourself from the constant pursuit of others' approval, you open the door to a deeper sense of self-love, independence, and inner peace. You begin to live authentically, making choices that resonate with your true self rather than conforming to external expectations. This is the path to true empowerment, the realization that you hold the key to your own happiness and fulfillment. Pain is an inevitable part of life. It comes in many forms: heartbreak, loss, failure, or disappointment. While pain can feel overwhelming and isolating, it holds the potential to transform us in ways we often cannot see in the moment. Pain is a powerful teacher, one that invites us to grow, adapt, and rise stronger than before. When we embrace pain as an opportunity for growth, we begin to see it not as an end, but as a doorway to a new chapter of life. Growth begins with acceptance. Often, our instinct is to resist pain or push it away, hoping it will disappear if we ignore it long enough. But pain does not vanish through denial. It lingers and demands our attention. By accepting the reality of your pain, you allow yourself to acknowledge its presence and begin the process of understanding it. Acceptance doesn't mean you have to like or agree with what has happened. It simply means that you stop fighting against it and choose to face it head on. This is the first step toward transformation. When you accept your pain, you create space to learn from it. Pain has a way of revealing truths about ourselves and our lives that we might have overlooked. It highlights what needs healing, what isn't working, and where we need to grow. For example, heartbreak might teach you about the importance of boundaries or self-love. Failure might reveal the need for perseverance or a new approach. Each painful experience carries a lesson, but it's up to you to uncover it. Ask yourself, what is this pain trying to teach me? When you shift your perspective from avoidance to curiosity, you unlock the wisdom within the pain. Growth also requires resilience, the ability to keep moving forward even when the path feels difficult. Pain can make you feel stuck or paralyzed, but resilience reminds you that you have the strength to rise again. Think of a tree battered by strong winds. Its roots grow deeper to anchor it firmly to the ground. In the same way, your struggles can deepen your inner strength and resolve. Resilience isn't about ignoring the pain or pretending it doesn't hurt. It's about choosing to keep going despite the hurt. It's about trusting that brighter days lie ahead even if you can't see them yet. One of the most transformative ways to grow through pain is to reframe it. Instead of viewing pain as something that is happening to you, see it as something that is happening for you. This shift in perspective can be incredibly empowering. When you believe that pain has a purpose, you begin to see it as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. For example, losing a job might initially feel devastating, but it could be the push you need to pursue a career that truly fulfills you. Ending a relationship might feel like heartbreak, but it could open the door to deeper self-discovery and healthier connections. Reframing pain doesn't diminish its difficulty, but it allows you to find meaning in it. Self-compassion is essential in the process of transforming pain into growth. Often, pain is accompanied by self-criticism or feelings of inadequacy. You might blame yourself for what went wrong or feel unworthy of happiness. But growth requires kindness toward yourself. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend going through a hard time. Remind yourself that it's okay to feel vulnerable, that healing takes time, and that you're doing the best you can. Self-compassion creates a safe space for you to process your emotions and rebuild your strength. Pain also provides an opportunity to deepen your connection with others. When you share your struggles with trusted friends, family, or a support group, you realize that you're not alone. Everyone experiences pain in their own way, and vulnerability can foster empathy and connection. Sometimes, the greatest growth comes from leaning on others and allowing them to help you carry the weight of your burden. Through these connections, you may even find that your pain enables you to support and inspire others who are going through similar challenges. Another way to channel pain into growth is through creativity. Many of the world's greatest works of art, literature, and music were born from moments of deep pain. Creativity allows you to express your emotions in a way that words alone cannot. Whether it's painting, writing, dancing, or cooking, find an outlet that helps you process your feelings and transform them into something meaningful. Creativity can be a powerful tool for healing and self-discovery, offering a way to turn your pain into beauty. Ultimately, pain challenges you to become more resilient, self-aware, and compassionate. It pushes you to grow in ways you might not have thought possible. While pain is never easy, it is often the catalyst for profound transformation. Each time you face and overcome a painful experience, you become stronger, wiser, and more capable of navigating life's ups and downs. You learn that even in the darkest moments, there is a spark of light within you, a spark that can guide you toward growth and renewal. Transforming pain into growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that requires patience, courage, and trust in yourself. But as you move through the pain and embrace the lessons it brings, you'll find that you are not defined by what hurt you. You are defined by how you chose to rise. Pain is a part of your journey, but it is not your destination. Growth, healing, and transformation await you on the other side.